Hey everyone, it's Dylan and Charlie from the Black Forest Wood Company. This week we have another door video for you guys, and this one's going to have the full process from the beginning of construction to the final installation of the door in the client's house. So it is a solid maple archtop door that we stain this really nice rich dark brown color. The client loved it. We put a lot of effort into this door, so it would really mean a lot to us if you guys could leave a comment, subscribe, and or like the video. All of that really helps us out, and let's get into it. Let's see this door. So when we're creating our jambs for our archtop doors, we actually have to create a CNC template to get the perfect radius that we need, and then we just screw in all of these blocks into our work table. We'll line the inside with tuck tape, and then we use our 3mm solid wood plies and Titebond 3 and glue them up in a stack lamination to get that arch top that we're going for. So we put all the glue on, and then we honestly just put a whole bunch of clamps until it sucks it tight to that form. And with Titebond 3, you do want to leave things in the clamps for at least 24 hours. And sometimes on these arch tops, we'll leave them in a little bit longer just so they can set and hold their shape. Oftentimes with an arch top, it can be 4 to 5 days that it's in the clamps. The rest of our jamb components are also constructed from solid wood. So everything on this door is solid maple, and you'll notice that we actually screw all of the components for our jamb together. So we're using 4-inch number 12 screws, and we're usually using like 3 or 4 of them on almost every corner. A lot of people comment and say that it would be better to use glue, but we've been doing them this way for quite some time. Well, my dad has been for over 25 years, and we've never had issues with any of our frames. When it comes to finishing our doors, we like to use oil-based products because we find they're a lot easier to keep looking new without expensive maintenance. In the past, we have used sprayed polyurethane finishes, which look great and protect great initially, but over the years they can begin to flake and peel, which results in the door having to be stripped, causing a pretty expensive repair. So this door, we're using the Osmo Stain and the Osmo UV oil, which you guys can find on our website, and that's currently what we're using on all of our doors.
We've got a beautiful curved maple door here that we're doing. Solid maple, stained. It's going with this jamb here. It's got double side lights and a little transom up top. It's all ready to go. It's fully finished. So we're just waiting to install, but it's good to go. It's large. It's real large. You can barely touch. It's a pretty big door. I think it's 9 feet tall. We had to make this one little spot right here to flip it because the rest of the ceiling isn't high enough.
After all the components are finished, we can put the glass in. So we're just using 2-sided self-adhesive tape here, and we also like to put a little bit of silicone in the corners just to make sure we get a perfect seal, and we lay that glass into place, and then there's just solid maple moldings that we nail in around the perimeter to hold all those pieces of glass inside the door. The nice thing about just using the moldings on the outside, obviously, is that you can pop them off and replace the glass quite easily if you ever needed to.
They call me the David Blaine of my generation. Just the people, the ones that matter. You know, them, those, the ones that have the ability to say. I don't make the rules. I just play by them.
And then after everything's assembled, it's always important just to do a test fit one more time after the finishes went on before we go on site. We do this same thing before we finish the door, but we like to do it one more time with all the hardware in, all the finish on, just to make sure that we're not going to run into any problems when we do get on site.
It's only that foam.
Yeah, that's it. It is just the foam. It's coming.
So Brad actually came on site the day before and did a lot of the dirty work on this job. They had to take a grinder and cut out the extruded aluminum frame, which you can see was kind of sealed in by some of the bricks. So very messy, very dirty, long job, but they got it done. And here you can see the team is pulling the frame out, getting ready to put our new frame in the rough opening. After we get the frame lifted into place, we actually like to leverage it up and put some shims underneath. So that's just the blocks you see us sliding underneath right now. There's two reasons we do that. Number one, it will push the top of the jam tight to the radius at the top and make for a nice fit. And then it also gives us a gap underneath to be able to insulate and create a thermal barrier underneath the threshold of the door.
Well, they call me the plug.
It's like what in one
The
hour
plug.
we should
The plugs.
some kind of sense identification. And then
And then as a final touch on the interior of the house, we did matching casing that actually ties in perfectly with the stain of the door. So that's what you see Spencer and Lechik marking out and cutting right now. So we've got the piece that goes across the top, then the two pieces down the side, and that just kind of helps to tie everything nicely in together and hide all that ugly spray foam insulation that's in there.
good. It's very hot, but it was a good install.
I think we did a fantastic job. The old one was kind of nice though too, right? The old metal clad and fake wood door was really quite nice, but well, I think we've improved it a little bit.
This is how you open and close it. Check. And then I put that little security thing
perfect.
there.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. I think we're out of here.
Okay, well, thanks so much. Great job, guys.
So that was the entire process of the door. We will leave a few links in the description below for some of the different things that we use, like the Titebond, the Osmo exterior finish. We'll leave a link for that. Charlie's ready to get on with his day. But I appreciate if you guys have watched all the way until the end of the video. Last week we said start your comment with Charlie, and we would respond to all the comments, and a lot of you guys did that in response to that. So this week, start your comment with door, and we will respond to all of the comments that start with door and make sure we get back to you guys. So thank you if you've watched all the way to the end of the video, and we'll see you guys next week.